We have made it here at last. I ended up making a smoothie. Super cheers to a smoothie. I was like, I'm gonna bring a smoothie out there. Listen to the birds. They're like going in right now. You hear? Hang out with me, vibe with me, chat with me. Please like and subscribe. Be a good human. Come on now. And an adult, because we ain't got time for that. But chat with me, vibe with me. However, get this Friday going. Halfway through the day for some, if not, maybe even towards the end. I know everyone's in different time zones. But it's still currently Friday here. So I'm gonna ride that vibe out. I don't know what the weekend has in store. I do have some yard work ideas in mind. But I did a lot of yard work last weekend. So I'm like, I may still do that again this weekend. I don't know yet. We'll see. Some thrifting maybe. The huge. See how it goes. Me too, maybe. Museum. I did think about fishing. I just don't know. We'll see. I didn't even check the weather. The weather changes so much, so I don't know what's going on with the weather. Like yesterday, it like never really rained. I think it sprinkled a little bit, but it was like nothing. I just don't understand. I'm gonna see it for the weekend. I don't know. It may still rain today. It looks like it's supposed to rain over the weekend, but I may be able to get a fishing session tomorrow. Sunday looks like it may rain all day. I don't know. We'll see. What up, y'all? Oh. Well, enjoy. You won't be coming back here. Why am I shocked? How's it going? Tell me the weekend plans. Drop it in the chat. Be a good human. Or adios. I still have this glow in the dark paint that it's not really even paint anymore, but I can tell that it still glows. I've been trying to do that. I gave her a little bit of a new dress yesterday. She had a dark blue dress, which you can slightly still see. And I need to work in with a smaller brush around the letters, because whoever did this before, I want to leave that kind of the way it was, but just a new vamp. Because housework makes you ugly. Pretty much. What up, Jason? When I make the dresses, like the dress for her, that was like right to the point of, wait, what? Dude, where's my car? Dude, where's my dress? That's funny. I don't know. I'm like, oh, you're talking about sewing? Because I am trying to pick up sewing. I'm gonna go do another layer of purple on her dress though. Ooh. Some of this paint I've had for years, so I'm really glad that I'm using it. Because I'm noticing that I'm probably gonna need more paint soon. Which is okay, because I've had these paints for years. So it's good that they're being used, you know? Oh, is the Tim Tam an English biscuit? I feel like I'm having a flashback of Joe. And Joe's like, I've taught you better than this, Dutchie. What? What up, Elijah? You said something in the chat last time that I was like, what? A voodoo doll? What, this? I'm glad I scrolled that. That gave me a funny laugh. 85. Maybe she's been doing voodoo in my house for years. Hopefully not, because I don't believe in any of that. I believe that it probably exists, but I don't participate. This is hilarious. Well, it says housework makes you ugly. And it's true. Poor girl. She looks like a voodoo doll, right? Let's not do that to her. For some reason, I was thinking her name was Connie yesterday. But that's not the person's name on the back. So I was like, I don't know where I got Connie from, but I was like, okay, I guess that's her new name. Oh, you're gonna play for the weekend? What up, y'all? Happy Friday. Oh, I hope everything's okay in the Philippines. Oh, thank you so much. Do I remember you? Do you remember me? Is this one of those, like, reverse questions? Don't be rude. First off, my body or anyone's body is not your concern. And then that's not even a second off. That's just what that is. So tighten up or you're removed. That's crazy. 500 million. I was talking the other day that I had never seen his channel, and it popped up as a suggestion, and I was like, oh, I have never seen this guy's channel. And I went to it, and I had never seen a number that big either. I was like, oh, okay. Wait, what? Hold on. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that is on Earth, right? Is he just on? I'm assuming he has other platforms though, but YouTube is like the one. You're just done, okay? I'm gonna make sure that was the same person. Okay, it was. What are you even talking about? I'm so glad you're done. Oh my gosh. You know, someone came in here the other day and they were trying to pull some similar stuff. And I was like, that's not the person. What the hell? And you said you were going to give me a slice. And I was like, a slice? You better be giving me like 2 slices. Like, you were like a little stingy on it. You know? If you ask for something, you give back a little bit, you know? No, someone was in here saying something. I'm trying to think. I don't remember them being like as honest about why they needed the $3. I think they took your thing. I was like, they were asking for $3 or $2 or something. I was like, oh, for a pizza again? I said something along the lines of that. But the chat was like moving, like it got lost. It got lost in it. They took your thing. Like, all right, how many dollars have you made? How many pizzas have you really gotten? Thanks, Joe. What up, Ohio? Go to the beach? That's cool. Like, you're going to go to the beach, or are you telling me to go to the beach? I'm contemplating some freshwater fishing. Kind of want to, like, own my freshwater fishing skills. Saltwater, I got them. Freshwater, I feel like is easier, and I just need to find good places to fish freshwater. So maybe. I don't know yet. Louise, so how many pizzas are you at? I asked last time. How old are you? You were mad? Because why? Because I had questions? Like 10? I am chill. 10 pizzas? That was like, what, a month ago, dude? You've been on the pizza grind. Did you eat it like a few times a month then? Or just like all at once, like 10 days in a row, a pizza a day? Good Lord. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to remove that one. I'm sorry. This is the one, right? Hopefully. Oh, hold on a second. I'm multitasking. Thanks, Daniel. Sorry, Daniel. Okay, I was making sure. I thought you said something along the lines of that, but... like, I remember the pizza, though. But someone did come in here. This was like a few days ago. It may have been this week. This week's been a little all over the place. Aldi's does have a couple good pizzas. It's almost like cafeteria pizza, but better, you know? Like school cafeteria, but it's not as like boxy. I don't know how to explain it. It's a little bit different. They had this cheesy bread years ago. They may still have it, but I ate so much of it. It's like a small pie, but it's supposed to be like breadstick, cheesy breadsticks, but you don't have to cut it like that, or is it pre-cut? I have to look next time I went, but I ate so much of it, I got sick of it. It was awful. I would love to throw like pepperonis and stuff on it. It was like so cheap. But I don't really like their box pizza. I've had it a few times, and I rather get like the pies that are in the plastic. And sometimes they even have like 50% off when they're trying to get it out before it molds. So that's always cool because you're like, wow, I can get a big ass pizza for like $3. So food for thought over there. You know, you could be going to Aldi and just throwing that puppy, actually no puppies, be throwing the pizza into the oven and baking it, you know? Just a food for thought. That smoothie is so good. It's going to be a go-to for me now. I made it yesterday, and I added strawberries today. No, I'm not vegetarian. I can never be. I could in the sake of the animals, but I really I need iron and certain proteins. So, and I can look past things. I just don't want to witness what happens to the animals and stuff. And I'm so weird with like meats in general. Like, I don't like cartilage and all the extra fatty stuff, or feel like I'm eating like bones and tendons, and I get a little weird. But there's some like I love steak. Steak is phenomenal. We just won't talk about the process. Love steak. Love chicken. I eat a lot of chicken actually. But even then, like I like to do like boneless stuff when I'm making chicken because I don't like all that cartilage stuff. It feels like I'm eating like ear and I don't know, just not for me. That really makes me feel like I'm eating an animal, and that's not it. But no, never could be. And I definitely couldn't be vegan. Shout out to the ones that are. But I hope you're eating in the right ways because our body still needs things. But I love cheese, and love milk. So I just couldn't. I couldn't. 3 pizzas a week? Are you going around on YouTube getting 3 pizzas a week? I'm from the US. Oh, yeah. Kids eat all the things. You'd be like, how many are you feeding for? You're like, 30. What am I painting? Someone said it was a voodoo doll earlier. It says, housework makes me ugly. So I'm giving it a touch up. I put a little bit of purple on her yesterday. There's not much on the cage. Just like some garden stakes that I made with bamboo. There's no animals in there. And then my dog's toys. So we can keep in contact. Well, explain the name to me. The truth is a lie, but fear not. Oh, okay, Gator. Somebody was drinking Pepsi in here yesterday. Wonder if they got fired from, Okay, that's like a million times. I don't know what that is. Have a good day, zombie. I need an age check. Drop your age in the chat and astrology. Go. That's weird. That's a goner for me. No, is that like, Pizza Hut had this barbecue pizza at one point, and I love that pizza so much. They may still have it, But I ate it so much too that I don't think I could go back. But I could probably, like, I know as a hit I'd tear up like a box by myself. I don't know what that means. What do I like about getting tattoos? For me personally, it's a story to share. Each of my tattoos means something to me. And it's therapeutic. And it's art. I love art. Yeah. Reading some of the chat does the same thing for me. Yep. I'm like, holy Toledo. Is that pizza place so good that could be the problem? I don't know what that is. I'm from the US. Chicken barbecue. Was it chicken barbecue? I couldn't remember if that was like shredded chicken. I was like, was that like pulled pork on there? But the barbecue was fire. I got sick one time eating it though, and it's probably because I ate it so much that I literally I never went back. Do they even still have it? I don't even know if they still have it. Tried who? Are beef prices going crazy? I don't really eat beef as much anymore. I transitioned kind of out of that last year. I'm not anti, but I've been doing turkey a little bit more, so I've been enjoying the turkey. But chicken is primarily where it's at. You can go up to Sam's and you can get you a rotisserie chicken for like $5. It's all about eating better but smarter too, because some of these prices at these stores, like, they think that they got gold, and if you're feeding for like a family and stuff, like, things are running out all the time because kids will eat you out of house and home, you know. So it's like you have to think smarter about your approach. Now, obviously, I'm not feeding a farm, so like I literally, like, things can last me longer than most households. I really am a fan of the rotisserie chicken. Doing that and doing like quinoa and veggies. Hold on a second. Okay, the fact that you even asked that is how I know that you're not one. Oh, good Lord. It doesn't look like a voodoo doll. No, I've never gone surfing. I honestly can barely stand on my two legs straight sometimes, so I probably would not do well. Boogie boarding as a kid, yeah, but no. And now that I've actively fishing, holy cow, you went in. You too. Now that I've fished in, oh, good Lord. They got worse, yo. I used to swim in the ocean carefree, but fishing from the ocean and and going back to thinking how I thought before I fished from the ocean, it's different. Interesting. I was wondering about the name. What up, Paul? Wow. You're trash. I'm reading TikTok. I don't even use TikTok. I did at one point and then it crashed my phone and I have not gone back. And you have a brain about the size of like less than a peanut. I think it may even be non-existent. No kids, plenty of pets. Pizza slice matching tattoo. Can you imagine? What? I wonder why I didn't remove that after being hidden. What? You smell someone behind me? That's weird. No. So what are you gonna do, Irish? What up, death metal? With cherry sauce? Ew, and the kangaroo stuff's gross. Can I explain what this stream is? No. I'm gonna work on a thing called not responding to the trolls and some of their comments. I want to call your ass out so bad, but it's a waste of energy. It's wild. You're that bored in your life that you think criticizing me is... Oh. Am I an artist? Those are always fun. Sometimes. Inspiring artists. I like to fish for saltwater fish for sure. That's why I wanted to amp up my freshwater skills, because saltwater is way different. Because you're like learning the rhythm of the water and the waves and the high tide and low tide, bites and waves and weight, and it's different, I think. But it depends. Anything that's like I prefer to eat, I have like a couple species that I prefer. And if I'm not gonna come home and fillet it, bake it. and pretty much eat it on the spot, and then it goes back in the ocean. Sometimes I have froze fish that I liked. But I definitely am not bringing home much catfish. Good Lord. Who is my cock? Oh, that's a no. No, I'm not Dutch, but my dog is. Check out my channel, especially before you try to talk trash. Thanks, Harvard. Yes. Yes. I'm feeling Friday's good, positive energy, minus the stuff that's being said in the chat from time to time. No. Dude, no. No, I'm American. Why can't I read your comment? Maybe I did and I just didn't acknowledge it. Excuse me, and that's exactly why. You're done. Forever. Good job. It's actually doing me a solid. Show your whole ass and then you go. You're gone. You go on and get. It's crazy. Like, you're really the one pouring time into me, and you think I give two fucks about what you think about me. It's wild. Like, probably took most of you like an hour to even type out your message, or you're just filled up in hate and this is what you do. It's pretty sad. Pretty sad. I don't know about those. Carving and sculpture, that's pretty cool. Is that a drawing, your profile picture, Paul? I should be at the gym. The gym's over here looking at me. I do need a bike today, though. Education loan. Oh, well, I'm glad you're gone. It doesn't matter anymore. If it ever did. Good Lord. You're done too. Can I speak in a southern accent? Yeah, it pissed me off. You get real twangy and buck. It's confusing. They try to get creative. Let me actually put that in there too. Hold on. Okay, I added that one too. At least I was able to avoid a lot of. Hold on, I'm adding that as well. I'm able to avoid a lot of the nonsense by filtering y'all's asses. So, should have did that a long time ago. Because you obliterate my chat in like ridiculous things. And it's even more telling that you try to navigate around it, which is like a psychological issue for sure. It's crazy. What was I gonna add? Oh, hold on. Autocorrect. Um, okay, we'll leave it there for now. Okay. Did he just complete these 500 million subs? Is that like where we're at, y'all? And how many of y'all are subscribed to him? I'm not. No, the storms and lifting it up and down because there's a door behind it, and then I got dogs, but I really am not going to blame the dogs because it was already jacked up. So sometimes they run out of it with the opening right here, and they may hit the blinds that are a little torn up here nor there, but it's primarily the storm and me lifting up and down to go outside the door. I've had them for almost 10 years. So they've done their justice, for sure. It's crazy to think that I originally got them to stop one of my neighbors from, like, every time I'd come outside. What are you doing? I'm like, no. So it helped with that. And then I look back, or I look forward now, and I'm like, worked out the way it needed to because it only got way worse than that. I like when people tell me there's someone that I'm assuming is like, what, a celebrity or an awful person. I'm like the wrong person to tell those things to because I don't know a lot of people's names. So the lack of like care is really down there. Someone was in here like a couple weeks ago and they were like, oh, I'm some soccer football player's son or something, and I didn't even know who it was, and I asked, like, I don't even know who that is, and they were like something along the lines of soccer player, football player's son or something, and I'm like, you think I'm gonna believe you? And then honestly I still wouldn't even care if you were. I don't know. Whatever. I'm supposed to be like, oh my gosh, you're here? I'm more excited about, like, my peeps than, like, I would be about a celebrity. Legit. Unless it was Jim Carrey, but let me not, because we know how this shit goes. And there would be other people, not just him. The weather's great. The calm before maybe the storm. What are you talking about? Oh my gosh. Self, you're in here. I don't know what I'm gonna call you. I need nicknames so I don't blast your name if you don't want me to say it anymore. I was like, wait a minute, who else is in here? How's the wrench feel? I was like, oh. Thank you so much, Jat. Wow, like, what kind of question is that? And even if I was, like, what is it? Like, that's wild. That's so gross. None. I'm sober Nancy. Oh, that seems cool, Jat. Some yoga. Meditations, definitely. Have you ever done meditation in a Buddhist temple? Yeah, Paul, don't get me started. Any of my peeps will say, do not get Dutchie started on her neighbors. There was a whole shenanigans here yesterday. They're weird. I had, like, cameras everywhere, though, so Even the one over here that provoked or prompted me to get the shades originally, the camera being right there as well has kept him at bay. But I've learned how to deal with him. He's just like a lonely old man. He nags a lot, but it's because he's lonely. Like, there's not, I don't know. Sometimes I just like, all the time I just accept people like for who they are, but I try to just like sprinkle a little bit of magic everywhere I go and try to lift spirits where I can, you know, because people are dealing with different stuff, and that's what makes them who they are. And some people go within, some people go outward and just become menace, like some of these people in the fucking chat. What's GOA? Thanks, Ankush. Who is that? You're like, I need to get some grub for this. Hey, you never have to use your wrench. I'll catch up. Like, when I'm behind, I'll catch up. Like, they're gonna get hidden at some point. Like, it's fine. But I really do, I have to still give credit where it's due when my mods hold down the fort. They're like, oh, shit. She done did it again. Are you watching Saved by the Bell? Hold on. Oh, no. Right under your comment is what literally got, well, it wasn't literally, but close to why someone else was removed. You can say that about me, but yet you took the time to give me your commentary that I didn't fucking ask for. And I'm actually a blast. Like, people love me. I'm a hoot. They love me here. They love me in everyday life. Like, I honestly, if someone hasn't liked me, it's because they've been jealous of me, or they have literally, and this is for everyone, this is not just me, but it's very clear when someone doesn't like you. And I'm a people person, but at the same time, I can't stand humans. But a lot of y'all operate the same way, and we'll pray for you, you know? So to come in here and have like a 5-second cap of what's happening here and think that you can cast judgment and stuff, like, who needs more praying, me or you? Because you took the time to think that I care, you know? It's kind of wild. And I'm glad that you guys think that you can tell me what fits me and what doesn't. Like, I cannot. Wow. Wow. Thanks. Thanks, so. I need a new name for you. Oh, you just have a peanut brain. I got it. I got it. Do unto others as you wish done upon to yourself. No, I think something is really off with people that go into chats to try to make people feel less than. That's where the world's fucked. People like you. And there's been several of you this morning. It's wild. But I'm always on a mission to find good souls. The good people, I don't need to like convince to stay. We're gonna rock life together anyways. And the ones that are hating, I see right through what's happening here. Like, only a moron would be like, oh my gosh, like, how are you to judge me? And just, I don't care. I don't care at all. I must be doing something right. You've taken the time to think that your opinions matter around here at all, because they don't. But I like to call bullies out because I don't think that that's okay. Do they deserve all the attention in the world? Absolutely not. But y'all have some fucking issues to be sticking around, like, just spreading hate. Any advice for anyone that's seeing trolling messages in the chat that I'm still getting to? Don't read it. Just do yourself a solid. Thanks, Harford. I appreciate it. Jeez, they went in. You're watching Andy Griffin? Yeah, I think this chat needs a lot of Andy Griffin right now. Oh, good Lord. Thanks, chat. Thanks for, like, please tell me you're not reading these things. Oh, gosh. Keep it up. I'm going to have, like, more people hidden than subscribers. It's crazy. It's like, how could there be so many? Like, the world's polluted in this. No wonder why people are, like, earning to, like, find themselves and get away from society. Because this is a lot of society. And now you're being a cop-out behind a screen and a keyboard, but it's really sad. Super sad. Like, you could be doing anything, really. I mean, if you're even at work, like, maybe you should just focus on your work. But you could be doing anything besides, like, promoting hate. And if you're not at work and you're just laid up in your bed doing nothing but this, please, yeah, go on. Because I prefer good conversations, good vibes. Duh. Crafty times, laughs, whatever occurs, but it's sad that I spend time on here, like, having to weave through a lot of this nonsense. So I really cherish the times with, like, the people that are good souls, and I feel like they are that until proven otherwise. I do appreciate those conversations way more when things get crazier in here. Oh, they spotted me, right? Thanks, Craig. Dinosaur chicken nuggets, where? And anyone that even uses that word in, like, 2026, get more creative. Oh, that's cool, Grey Wolf. How old's your Dutch Shepherd? Boy, girl? Yeah, I don't get it. I'm trying to get caught up wherever I may be. Swamped. I'm not arguing with the chat. It's been a crazy week, so it's fine. I actually don't spend that much time arguing with the chat, but I definitely will say it how it is. You're like, is it a new day for her? Nope. Still going on. But people love it at the same time. And then it's very exhausting for, like, me and my peeps, too, because we're just like, damn, there could be more, like, better vibes going on. But it's okay. The good vibes happen, too. That's hilarious. I don't want people to remember me as that, though. So good food for thought, thanks. Yeah, the hate is too surreal, Paul. I'm working on just not reading. I try to really read the chat. Because I want to give good people a chance, especially, like, the ones that will see all this, like, horrendous stuff and still stick around to maybe get a conversation. Like, I look for those too, though. So I appreciate that. And I'm working on like not responding to every comment. But I'm in my like testing phase of YouTube, you know. I'm like in YouTube training. It is a mind virus. Oh my gosh, no way. You got a question, self. Did you see that? Good morning, good morning. I don't know what that means, so I'm gonna remove that. Thanks, Paul. I do have pet birds, but no, they're not in this cage over here. Waking, you went for a spin and you're already back? No, I asked. What the fuck? Yeah, Leslie, when am I? Maybe tomorrow. But if I go, I think I might be one with nature. I don't know if I'll live. But I am considering tomorrow. I thought about maybe Sunday too, but Sunday doesn't look as promising for the weather. Like tomorrow I could get like an early morning fishing sesh in. But it looks like it may rain in the afternoon. Wait, what is... We're gonna remove that. I don't know what's going on with that. The question was if you like Peter Griffin. Oh, they asked again. That's so sweet. I was like, see, look, there's niceness in the world. Did you Google that? I kind of liked a little bit King of Hill too. King of the Hill. What does that mean, deaf? What does that mean? I don't know what that means. I need an age check in the chat. Drop your age and astrology, please. And 46 likes. Thank you guys so much. I remember when I used to get like 1 like, if that sometimes. So I feel blessed. It's all about the climb. No. What up, Farms? That sounds like me too. I sprayed the garden down a little bit this morning because yesterday was supposed to rain and it just didn't. What up, girl? Happy Friday. Ideal healthy food for humans. There's a lot. Like Lois? Yeah. I actually removed that because I read it wrong. See, accidents happen. But someone else said something almost similar to that earlier, so I was like, that's painting the wrong picture. Wait, what? Oh, VR with the boys? That sounds fun. I've never done VR. I feel I get a little nervous that I would just like go through a wall or a window or something. Am I Marine or military? No. Shout out to the ones that put their neck on the line, though. What up, Last Beer? Happy Friday. Oh, I know. Fasting's not an option for me. Can you get the hell out of my chat? What up, Lava? TGIF. Ooh, ooh. What's on the plan for the weekend, girl? Jesus. Non-vegetables like meat weekend? I'm never going to advise what anyone should be eating. You eat what makes your tummy happy, and if you know your tummy just shouldn't be eating things, then maybe you shouldn't be eating those things, but everyone is different and on their own walk of life. You do what is needed. Just make sure you are eating and taking care of yourself. My painting, she's been sidetracked, but apparently she's the voodoo doll. That's not a voodoo doll. Letting everyone know that housework makes you ugly. And that reminded me I need to use this purple paint before it dries. I need to go in there with a smaller brush. And the gnome is like looking busted. The gnome needs another revamp. Alright, I'm almost done with this purple. I was like, let me use this up real quick. I try not to be wasteful. And a couple of lives I've wasted a little bit of paint yapping it up. So I'm like, hold on. Need to bring that fan back out here, boy. Alright, at least I'll use that up. Get that brush soaking. I ruined a couple brushes too. Oh my. Tisk tisk. I don't know, but I am not in any of military, Marine, Army, none of that. I considered it at one point, but I'm glad that I didn't. It's just not for me. What up, Francine? No, we're not doing that. What are we talking about? Psh, I honestly don't know. I'm behind the chat. All over the place. Oh, wow, look. Donated $5,000. Lucky me. What are we going to do with it? Donna. Yeah, I'm like, are those even boys? Like, they're not men. I'm glad you called them boys. Yeah. I don't know where they think that is going to get them anything, you know? It's wild. Yeah, the elbow trick, I'm like, done. I was like, you're done. And this is like, you're like 12. You're done. I guess that's like... What in the flying fuck? Yeah, it's really hard because if you are trying to make sure that someone's not saying anything that's not crazy, like I'm trying not to delete like okay people's words, you know, but it's hard to like not get a grasp of like what someone's saying, to just like, get out of there, just delete it. I'm like, no, no. They're dehydrated, yeah. or sober and hydrated. I don't know. That's probably even worse. Yeah, then she's not talking to you. It's okay. I didn't get an age check in here. I didn't see nobody drop their age. And astrology. And if I asked you already, then you have to tell me. You know, the blocking of the words, though, farms, really helped narrow down or like take out a lot of trash today. I had to go back in and add a couple things that I'm just tired of seeing. Like, ugh, it's awful. I have a few little birds and a parrot. My favorite tattoo of myself, like on myself, I don't know. I love them all. Thanks, Daniel. Kinda new here. How long you been here? And you're just saying hi? Raise your hand if it's your first time here. Raise 2 hands that you've been busted, that you've been here before and you're just now saying something. Speak up, speak up. We're calling all new friends, like good vibes, good energy, while we weed through the nonsense. Yeah, they're definitely not men. That's for sure. Truth teller, is that the truth? I already know last beer. I remember. I'm not senile. Oh, you live by someone with peacocks? There's someone that, oh, good lord. There's someone, there's a neighborhood that I know has them, and the people that live around pretty much hate it. But I would just love that. I honestly would love to see peacocks take over this neighborhood. For sure. That'd be cool. I can see where people get a little pissy, but if you have a garage, which most of those places do, just put your car in the garage. You'll be fine. I can see where they get a little upset with that, but nature is here to bless us. And to put us in our place. Because you got busted. Maybe, let's see, did you say something else that was raunchy? Because they could have been talking farm about what I said, like, if they got busted for pretty much creeping in the back and not talking. Like, go ahead and talk. Let's shut it up. You know? And not say things like that. Oh, I'm caught up. Yankees or Red Sox? Neither. I'm not interested. My dad would be losing his shit and saying Yankees, but I don't care. I just don't care. They started becoming trigger words for just not even me, for others, so yourself included. So I was like, yeah, we're gonna add some things that I've been seeing a lot, and then other raunchy shit that they repetitively say too. It's sad that I have to add that to like a board. Like, it's kind of gross to even like type it out, you know. But the common offenders, I'm like, oh no, we're doing this. Should have did it forever ago. I honestly just didn't know if it was something I have to add every chat or whatever. I should have did that forever ago. Now I know. No, you can't say that. What up, England? What the heck is that? No. That's where you're just gone immediately. So you cannot say them, or you say them. You get one chance, one shot, one opportunity, and I'm pretty sure this could be regretful. But no one should be shopping for anyone's trigger words. It is necessary, though. It's sad that it has to be like that, but I should have did that forever ago. Like, that's a no-brainer. I learn something new every day, though. But I like to learn, and I think that's important to take note of things, of how to create a better environment. Because this week's been filled with a lot of, like, energy lessons, for sure. Yeah, funny Valentine. I'm dead. You were almost hidden. I was like, should you stay or should you go? Donna. What up, Bill? I don't know. The topic's just all over today. Good vibes only, though. Okay? Do not trash talk peacocks, though. I love them. And for once, men are the most prettiest looking. Like, the male peacocks are the blue ones with all the colors, and the women don't have all that. So the men finally get their attention. I have a video of a male peafowl dancing, trying to impress the ladies, and they just were not interested. They were like, "Are you done?" It was actually pretty funny. Pretty cool. They're just the cutest, especially in person. Like, just seeing like how magical their feathers are. Like, that's how you know, like, there's magic in the world with how animals are even created, and then to have like feathers like that, just so beautiful. Oh, because of one shot, one opportunity. Were you summoned like a few days ago, or you got one shot, one opportunity? No? Okay. Is is that a trigger word? Hey, how are you? I mean, I'm from the country, so it was like every other word, right? People just said it naturally, even in passing. But as an adult, it does bring a different ring, and I've been trying to get better and just being like, "What's up?" or something, because I don't know, take conversations where it needs to be. Some people are having rough ass days and they want to come in for maybe a laugh or two, you know? Maybe they don't want to talk about it, maybe they do. And how are you, I feel like, is bullshit, because a lot of people don't care how people are doing, and it's just like something that's written off and said. Meanwhile, there are people that care, but then those other people are used to the written off ones that now they've become even like that, or don't even like want to answer it, or think nobody cares. Yeah, how are you is a weird thing. I'm from the US. I don't know. Maybe waking, but I don't know. It's like a bird mating thing. Is it a big sign, Ronnie? Are you yanking my tail? No, my core people in here that have been around for a rip, since the rip, have seen like crickets in here. So it's actually kind of funny when they come in, they're like, "What is happening?" And I'm like, "I don't know." I don't know. Jesus, take the wheel. It's crazy. I'm like, is it a sign? Because I still am actively looking for good people. That has not changed. But I am finding cool people. There's been a couple hiccups. And I would be a fool to think there wouldn't be more. I would like it to not be like that. But it's part of the journey. You get a little bit of this, get a little bit of that. Good. And hopefully not bad. But if the bad approaches, I can navigate through it because I got good. You know? It's just what it is. I think humans coming together to bring good energy and good positive thinking is every day the best day ever. No, but there's good in every day. And I get a little sassy in here sometimes, but anyone that's been around here and has listened to my shenanigans for XYZ amount of time, a year and a half now, you know that I promote love and happiness overall, but I'll correct an itch if I need to, you know? So I like to keep that in a good happy medium spot, because people get kindness twisted with weakness. And that ain't a thing, you know? It ain't a thing, Jelly Bean. I don't know why Jelly Bean, but... No, Tony. What are you cleaning today, Tony? Oh, yeah. Okay, so... I actually didn't even see that. Pushing it. See, you gotta get out of a DDJ card that I said would be regretful, probably, and it was. And you don't clean it up, you know? You're like, oh, let me push it more. That's the type of shit I don't like. And that's like, I don't... What do I say to that? No, I mean, I've had some really awesome people come in here that are like, I feel like could be kept to themselves, but the universe gravitated us to each other and we vibe it out. And we have common ground about things too. I like to keep to myself as well. I'm very much a hermit, but I am very much a social butterfly. So I like to find a good happy medium there. But I also like that I can see where it can be, or see how it feels to be like a said hermit, you know? Where I can like crack those little shells open a little bit and get you a bigger shell where you can like navigate through instead of just hiding it. Actually, not a bigger shell, because then you're just hiding your shell more. And I'm glad that I didn't stay shy forever, because I actually was really shy growing up, very shy. And then I realized that was kind of funny. I was like, oh, this is like one of my things, you know? And as I've gotten wiser on my journey, I know that's like one of my gifts, like, is that I like to make people laugh. Like, I like to make people smile. Am I silly sometimes? You're like, what the fuck are you even saying? Yeah, but I enjoy that. And then I feel like my peeps enjoy that too. And it keeps me naturally me and vibing and not giving a shit what people think, you know? Because if we're all like, said this yesterday, like if you're putting on a facade and then all of a sudden it comes out and you're not like how you have presented yourself to XYZ, you're only doing yourself an injustice and hindering yourself from like bonding with cool people, you know? Or finding people that you resonate with and they resonate with you. Because I've had a lot of people in here that like, there's similarities and there's differences just like all humans. But it feels cool that I think that they're naturally being them. This is the internet, but they're naturally being them and they feel accepted here. And that's important to me, you know? Do I don't know, have empathy sometimes more than I should? Yeah, but it's also learning curve along the way. And I'm no fucking fool, and I learn fast. But we need more good than bad. And if I can tweak little things here and there, even on a YouTube live, and people change or don't, that's not my prerogative, that's not my job. But I know I have good to offer, and I'm not going to make people's bitterness in these chats that happen sometimes make me feel like I'm doing any less than what I feel like I'm doing, you know? Because I have a lot of good to offer. All of us do. But I want to help people also find that good that we have to offer, you know? And if we can just all tap into that a little bit more and like rewire or get back on track, like where we need to in this life process, simulation, whatever you want to call it, it makes life a little bit easier when you can navigate through with like a good buddy system, which is what the world really wants and humans really want, but they've been so jaded and miserable or self like projecting or, you know, like blaming everyone for everything and then not taking accountability. There's so many issues going on in the world with humans. But you actively decide to be a good human or not. And I do feel bad if people have scrolled through and, like someone said earlier, I've seen this channel a few times and the streamer's always yelling at the crowd. I'm like, oh my God, it was funny, but it was like actually like, no, that's not what I want at all. But it's some weird thing in an energy frequency that I haven't figured out of like why that's happening. You know, like Ronnie said earlier, I think it was Ronnie, it was like, yeah, it means that you're growing, your channel's growing. But I'm like, okay, but I still don't want to push that in the algorithm. Like, I still want the algorithm to find me on a good frequency of good souls that we can mesh together and, like, navigate life a little bit here and there together. Like, is it still the internet? Are we still all living separate lives? Yeah, but at the same time, when you spend a lot of time with people, you start to see, like, even how they navigate in, like, basic ways as humans. And you would like to think that you're learning about people, right? And you're working together to navigate through this life. Or it could be wishful thinking. Thanks, Paul. See you later, alligator. And I'm so glad you're done. Okay, LJ. Yeah. That's said the same thing about people with, like, humor, you know? But we all decide how we deal with the cards that we've been dealt. You can't change the cards, right? I mean, one could say, yeah, you could just get another deck or whatever. But you really can't change the cards, right? So you have to work with what you have. And I think that's very important. We literally choose to be a good human or not. And I've said this before too, is like, I've known some like rock solid people that have been drugged through the mud, and you would never think that they had been drugged through the mud the way they had because of how they carry themselves. Yeah, he was inching for it. I was like, I must have read the other one in any hopes of, like, faith, and it was, we're done. So he's done. She, he, I don't know. Yeah, I saw the woman comment for sure. I missed that at first. And then I saw your comment. I scrolled back up and I was like, here we go. Which obviously I don't condone. There's the art today is the voodoo chick. That's not a voodoo chick. I just think it's funny. We are meant to be together. But humans have made it into, like, humans suck. So is it better to be alone? Which is sad. You just haven't found your mesh of people, you know? And even when you find, like, your peeps, so to speak, if things happen and things aren't always rosy and the grass isn't always greener on the other side, it's all about how people navigate through things. So I see a lot of the time that, like, communication is not key, and people just run and bolt out the door because they thought that things were going to be in a honeymoon phase in whatever relationship forever, and it doesn't work that way. Or someone says something that you're like, wow, I never knew that about you all along, and now we've been friends for XYZ amount of years, and you're like, wait, what? You know? But it's all about communication, because there's been so many times, I like to say that, like, especially around people that I'm around often, like, we share a lot of the same thoughts because we're connected, right? But it's like, if you're sharing, like, thoughts and stuff, like, how do I word this? I think I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm like, how do I word this? Because I'm thinking, like, when someone says something and usually your first, like, thought pattern to it of, like, okay, this person probably meant this, is usually right. This is kind of like an intuitional tip for myself, is your first thought to any reaction is usually the right answer. Unless you're going through things, and that may not be the right answer. It depends on what's going on. But if you're going through something and your first immediate thought is usually probably intuition, right? And then you start to think other thoughts. So you're like, okay, well, now I don't know where I stand and I've overthought the whole fucking situation now. So I've originally forgot even what intuition told me to do. I think intuition is usually the first answer and the right answer. And then you have free will, so you can decide where you go, of course. But when you know someone, or even in learning and conversation, if someone says something and your thought is to think the opposite way of what they're saying, or your first thought is like intuition, depends on what's going on, because I think I'm meshing like the wrong situation here. But if you hear someone say something and you think something completely different and you don't vocalize that you're thinking something completely different, now this person thinks you're on the same wavelength. So if you don't go in and like almost say these things, then what? It could be a misunderstanding for XYZ amount of time. And humans operate like that. Like, it's gotten me in a lot of trouble trying to clear air. Not just on here, just in general, because humans don't do well with it. And I'm like, yeah, but nothing gets resolved if we don't clear the air, even if it's fucking annoying, you know? We need to be clearing the air or making sure that everyone is understanding. Because even when you feel like you know someone, they still could be thinking something completely different. You could be right on point and on the same page entirely. But that situation of it being, especially if you're learning people, of them thinking something entirely different because they read it differently or they heard it differently. There's a different trigger in there for you than them, or them for you, you know. We should just be mindful of that when we're communicating with others, because if we're not going to like address XYZ feelings and stuff and just assume that this person feels the same way we do or whatever, I think a lot of things get buried under the rug too. And people have different perceptions, all because they're not vocalizing their feelings or what they actually heard, or don't want to deal with said disagreement. Yeah, you're right. They do. Someone said that a week ago, or so, Ronnie, where they were like, you know, trolls do you a solid too. And I'm like, yeah, but I'm not going to leave like the raunchy shit in my chat. Like, but I do see it pushes them in. It's like a spotlight that comes on and they like flood in through the gates. Like, I'm definitely seeing the pattern, the routine. But along my journey, I found some really cool people really paying attention to the chat. And that's kind of my method to the madness, you know, is actually going back through my chat and trying not to read brain rot, but also not trying to miss people that could be genuine. And maybe this is their way of actually reaching out to me in a chat, or reaching out in a chat to socialize, not so me, but like maybe they're enjoying the conversation that I'm behind on in the chat. That I want those people to feel acknowledged, because if they're not acknowledged, do they keep still actively like being the person that they are? That could be really kick-ass, and they're being like hermited inside because of whatever society's made them feel like. Those are the types that I also am looking for too, in a building of good energy for my channel, because I feel for those people. Like, I once was very, very shy, and sometimes I still am. So, but I realized that like the right ones will stay, and you don't need to beg anyone to stay either. The right ones will always stay and keep wanting the best for you, and vice versa. And you keep learning along the way, even if there may be disagreements at times and stuff. That doesn't mean that it's like said and done, you know. I think there's lines for sure that shouldn't be crossed, but I think the right humans know that as well. So in your granny hobbies, I say that all the time, that I tapped into retirement early with my granny hobbies. Hey, but at least you're not out there doing crazy shit, though. It could be worse. I don't know what that's about. Hold on, now I'm getting a call. I'm like, What do you mean anti-trolls, though? Like, how would that even... you're making me think. How would that be beneficial? I mean, I get, because I feel like they know when I get behind the chat, too, and they obliterate the chat and hate. But I don't know. I'm still on a mission. Obviously, anyone that does a channel, you're trying to reach a goal. Whether you're vocal about your goal or not, or whatever, you're still trying to reach some type of goal, because why would you be on here? And the goals can vary. It doesn't mean like you want to be Mr. Beast or whatever tomorrow, but it can mean you want to meet good people, or you want to get a message out there, or you want to meet more people like this and that, and whatever. There's some kind of goal out there, which I think with life, you should always have goals, for sure. It's forever a number game. I honestly would really, in a perfect world, prefer, obviously, the good souls to be coming around here and promoting goodness. But I think that it's a lot of brain rot on a spiritual level. Reading a lot of that stuff is just not good for the brain. When they get off these lives sometimes, I'm just like, plunge this, like, I don't want to be thinking about these horrendous things, and for the most time I don't. I turn the live off, I'm done, and I move on to my next my next chapter, my next chore, my next thing on my list. I recharge, whatever, and I'm definitely into my healing prayers, which there's many that are given before I get on this shit. But I definitely it's a lot. No one should be reading things like that all the time. So maybe that's where streamers don't actively stay in the chats. Some streamers don't even have mods. They just keep talking and going and whatever. But I also, even though I'm doing a live stream and I'm the one talking here, that doesn't make your voice any less. So I appreciate going back into a chat and getting off maybe the topic that I was talking about and have something to bounce back on in the chat that I value, or another laugh, or a pick-me-up, change of thought, moment of time. So, I mean, I've seen, once again, other streamers where they don't give two fucks about what's going on in the chat. And don't get it twisted. Like, I don't give two fucks about what the trolls are saying. But I do when my peeps come in, or people that could become my peeps, I want to stay on my mission of what my point is here. Oh, yeah, I'm not delusional to that, LJ, for sure. It's definitely a reflection of what they're going through, because you actively being a troll, you're going through something. Like, there's no way you signed up for this to be a full-time job that you're not even getting paid for. Even crazier for me. I think the last several weeks, like, even look at this, now I'm behind, the last several weeks, like, it's popped off, and trust me, there's still trolls to be hidden. So I think I'm still doing something right. A little Billy Currington over there must be doing something right. And it's okay, but I want to change the algorithm too, because I've seen changes, though. I am finding cool people out there. It is a little bit more work, but that's okay. But it's like a mixed party hat around here. If I turn the camera off, things change as well. If I do fish tank lives, that can change as well. It's getting a different type of energy, a different type of conversation happening, or like, I can have one-on-one time with my said peeps. So I find value in all of it, but I have to go through this a little bit to get to the goal, and that's life. I smell like cologne or something. That was weird. I was like, what in the hell? What up, magpie? Do you like magpies? Like, look at this person just obliterated the chat. Like, oh my gosh. So if you're still out there, if you see things like that, those are okay to be hidden. And as mentioned before, if my peeps make a said mistake, it's not written in the books. Like, it can be undone. So those kind of things, those are just straight hidden for me. What made me the person to work through what I have? Is that for me, or is that for like an open discussion in the chat? Because that can be answered by everyone, not just me, for sure. What in the world? No, normal people do too. The trolls do some part, I guess, but it doesn't mean you need to tolerate that to get to your goals. Like, I think you could still actively keep pushing through. You may still be fighting them off with like a wand in here, aka a wrench, but you can still like be on your mission and navigate through. I don't think that they deserve to feel like they get this attention and it's glorified, or that they can come in and dominate your chat. Like, that's not fair. Thanks, my dog's homework. Age check, everyone. No, the ratio is definitely different. I will say that. I've always said that though. I've been saying that, like, there's dimes and dozens to finding like a good conversation when shit is hitting the fan, for sure. But it's also like a like trance almost. Like, you put out certain words and it just activates it, and then you just get lost at sea, you know? But I would like to say a good portion of the people that, not all of them, but a good portion of the people that I have modded, and even some that aren't, for sure, I've met through the seas of people, you know? And as mentioned earlier, those I definitely value a lot, because you've stuck around and you know that there's good conversation to be had through the craziness, you know? To find a good happy medium in there. And Farms is holding down the fort. I met Farms in a whacked out chat. And I was behind in the chat, but I feel like we were still having good conversations that like connected us. So that's something I value, because I was like, okay, that chat was popping too. And she ended up coming back because she's like, okay, there's like some remedy to the madness. There's some good conversations in there somewhere. Yeah, I wasn't sure. I vaguely remember that one too. That was another plunging moment. But I was like, wait, what? I thought it was like maybe code for like a slang word, but I was like, wait, that's bussin', right? I cannot. I don't even want to know the new slang. Clearly, because it got me in trouble this week. But let's a serious note though. Like, do we think that? I mean, it's already been proven to me a couple times that the trolls like either have zillions of accounts, which is crazy, or that they're friends with each other. That's like even wild. Like, y'all are all meeting up on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday to like destroy people's chats. I'm like, wild. Like, you need to go outside more. See, look, they try to get more creative. You saw that? Yeah, your mom's blinds. I literally just deleted it too because I was like, no. I'm like, I'm tired of explaining that. I don't give a flying shit. Like, I really don't. Like, you think that I care what you think about my blinds? Like, I'll change them one day. This is the least of my worries. It's fine. Yeah, I'm gonna make myself feel better by doing womanly things, right? That's how boys with peanut brains think, right there. Right there. The ones that have probably never been laid as well. Not shocking. Rudy! Oh, what are you buying? Don't tell me it starts with an R and ends with an S. No way. Or don't tell me you're gonna blanch them. Wait, what? Oh, you lost me there. Farms is like, I know. Because Rhodey likes raisins. See, that's a good laugh. Thanks, Cal. Wasn't like it's not like 67 anymore, but someone said that earlier, and they're like, also subscribe. I don't know. Like when people do that, I'm like, you're asking me to beg for the subscription. No. How do you think what life is about? What do I think life is about? Yeah, we are, Magpie. I appreciate that. Are you in Australia? I do like coffee, but I'm cut off. I already drank my coffee. Thank you so much, Farms. I do, and honestly, it does make me a little... It's a food for thought. I won't get all, like, emotional or empathy or sympathy. Actually, I should leave that one alone. But it does make me think a little bit of, like, okay, so what? Someone says that they've seen me multiple times, like, going in on the chat when they scroll through. But if it makes me a little bit different, whatever. But that's really not my goal. But the sass takes me a long way, too. So it's fine. I do have an amazing soul, and not even to toot my own horn. But I know that there's a lot of humans that do out there, too. Like some of the ones I found in here. So I think it is important to keep, like, connecting with that energy. Because the world is screwed. And if we focus on how bad the troll energy is, then that just kind of like tumbleweeds itself into our lives, and like we don't need that, you know, because even though there's internet trolls, there's real daily life trolls too, you know. They come in all forms. The meaning of life could be very much a long-winded response. Are you ready? Did you pull up a chair? 5 million is insane. And a few people have mentioned that in the chat today. So that must have happened today. That's like when Ozzy Osbourne went. People were saying that too. That is a lot. But I just mentioned that I had seen his channel like opening up YouTube, like, I don't know, like a month ago or something. And I had never seen that amount of subscribers, like ever. Like, that's insane. Like, I want to know how much YouTube's giving him a month. Can you imagine? Yeah, Rhodey, that's because you like raisins. Everybody knows. All right, 1, 2, 3. What does Rhodey like? Raisins. It should be riding with raisins. Riding with Rhodey, who loves raisins. What was the logo that I said that was your... I guess I love raisins was just your logo. You need to put it on your bike or on a helmet. I know you don't wear a helmet. You need to be wearing a helmet. Each is their own, but you should be wearing a helmet. Don't be a squid head. Wait, what? The meaning of my channel name. See, that was respectful. Good Dutchy Boy is my dog. He's a Dutch Shepherd. And Dutch Shepherds get called Dutchies. So he is a good Dutchy boy. And he kindly allows me to come on the channel and remind people that his human mom can navigate through those roles, you know? So shout out to him. And then he shares his channel with his brother, the Belgian Malinois, which is so sweet of him. He's like honestly the superstar. He's like holds down the fort. I put in some work too, but he is the channel holder. Raisin King, yes. So what was it? I think Jesse said yesterday, raising awareness. I was like, yes. Wait, what? I'm lost. Leave that one alone. Greetings from the UK. What up? Do you come in peace? Did you bring biscuits? Thanks, Pain. Sure, so what time it was. Am I Buddhist? I resonate with some stuff in the Buddhist culture. But I don't like to say that I'm anything, because I'm just naturally me. But there are stuff that I resonate with. And I've been to the Buddhist temple a few times. It's like very, very peaceful. I've had some of the greatest meditations I've ever had in a Buddhist temple. Because they really keep you grounded. I like that. I mentioned before that, like, one of the people that did the meditations at this place will actively bring you back in the meditation if your mind tries to wander, but they also like to destroy of bad thoughts and energy, like not keep actively passing it around, which I think a lot of people don't realize that that's a thing too, because we're all connected, right? So it's like if everyone's having a bad day and you see all these like domino effects and stuff, it's because we're connected. Instead of like destroying that energy and not letting it carry on and become like a domino effect of bad things. If it ain't broke, don't break it. But the rest of my blinds are fine, like literally, quite literally. So I'm not even worried. Like that little corner is okay. The corners are a little roughed up, but all my stuff is fine. Like this, a little bit for my plants that were there, but I don't care about none of that. It's last 10 years. And honestly, some things get worse over time. Like you'll go buy something before. Like I'm nervous. They may still have these at like Home Depot or Lowe's or wherever I got them. But it's been 10 years. So are you making it with less product now? Because these were already plastic. So are we using less plastic even more? That if I think I paid like $50 or something 10 years ago for all this, which isn't bad at all. And it comes with like all the things, the screws and the nails and stuff, like, and even parts where I could hang my lights. But it lasted 10 years. So what, I go buy them again, and now they make it with less product and it doesn't last 10 years, it lasts a year, and I took these down, you know? It's fine. I think if I redo this eventually, which I will, it's just not on my priority list, and I just don't, that's fucking little things to me. It looks busted, but it's fine. Me and the dogs go through this door all the time, and I want to think the next long-term thing of is like, whatever I put here needs to not turn like this, you know? Little things, honestly. Like, I literally have a crazy-ass HOA in general. Like, I don't give a fuck about that. That's little stuff right there. Small potatoes. A gardener just walked past, maybe. No, I am the gardener. I'm like, I am. It could have been my nosy ass neighbor. He was out there yesterday on FaceTime with his mom when shit was popping off. Couldn't even believe it. So I would not be shocked if he heard me and was over there. But I'm pretty sure that was bullshit. Here we go with the questions. They get creative. You see how they're trying to get around because YouTube's like, they zaps you where you can't like continue writing those horrendous ass comments. that they try to navigate around, but it is way better. It is sad that you have to like get, instead of using like real productivity, like creativity, this is what people are pouring their times in. Like, this is what you're pouring your like energy into. It's like wild, like trying to get around my blocked words. What? Sad. Very sad. No birds in the cage, yo. I moved this over here. My table was further down, and I actually was further away from this door. That gets so much fucking attention. I swear the door gets more likes. Or more hate. I don't know, but probably more likes. I had, when I moved this, because the bird cage was on the opposite side, no one ever saw the bird cage. And I thought about that when I moved it over here, but I got the workout equipment, so I had to be moved. I was like, damn, I don't want to be asked that every 5 seconds. Here it is. That should be in the block words too, but that's small potatoes, you know what I mean? Survive another attack. Yeah, another storm. This is 10 years of storms and 4-ish years of dogs. But it's really was me. Because like I said, you have to lift this up. You have to like literally lift it up. Like, lift it up. It's busted. It's fine. This is what y'all care about. We could be talking about anything under the sun, the moon, and the stars. And y'all want to talk about my fucking blinds. It's crazy. Do you want to replace them? And send me some money to replace them? I'll get any color that you want. I'm just kidding. I will be getting the color that I want. In Dutchland? No. My dog is a Dutchie. And a Belgian. Good Lord. From the 60s, the blinds? No, maybe like the 40s. Yes, we are definitely like soul sisters, for sure. I definitely appreciate you sticking through the madness when we first met. And I was like, I like her. I was like, she's a super mom. We got some things in common. We're in our granny phase together. We're learning things together. I learned some stuff with you this week too, and I appreciate how you kept your cool and you said your piece and said how you felt, and we navigated through. Those are things I value, like genuinely. Jesus. No. See, those things is just hidden. I know that you're just like, he's getting used to using his wrench farm. So he's like, I don't really know. No, those are just hidden. I would not be upset if you hide messages that are like that. Like the actual age of my blinds, Rudy? Are we still talking about my blinds? Rudy, are you eating raisins or not? You sound like a little hangry. Yeah, if that's your life mission, I am behind. If that's your life mission, then you need some soul searching. What also killed me is that people were buying certain lights because they weren't going outside enough. And I'm like, okay, maybe you have Amazon, but are you fucking going out to buy this light to go back in? It's wild. And then they have the stuff too where you could put on your desk, which made more sense in like COVID days, but even before COVID I had worked from home, so like I already had a feeling of what work from home feels like, you know. And if you've never worked from home before, you don't know. It's way different. But working from home is like, can be a blessing and a curse because you're literally seeing everything at home that may need you and you need to stay focused here, there, or whatever. But even before COVID, they started trying to sell like grass, but it's not grass. It's like a little box of like grass that you would just touch at your desk because people are working from home and stuff. And I was like, I think it was right around COVID. Same thing with the light stuff. And I'm like, this is sad. This is sad. Like, how hard is it for you to get outside? Like, even if you're leaving the office, you could just touch some grass before you get to your car. You need more than that, for sure. But it is really sad that, like, you have to, like, pull people to be outside. And I'm not talking about just summertime. Summertime's brutal, you know? I love and hate summer. Primarily hate it because I don't feel like I can be outside as much for long because it gets so brutal. And then I feel like I lack some outdoors time. But I like to still get stuff done early outside before it gets too brutal. Because I need to be in nature. Like, I need to be, like, playing in dirt and doing stuff outside. Listening to natural birds, water, like, all those things. It just reconnected. What the fuck is that? Like, I cannot. You know, once you think you've seen it all, you see something else. It's crazy. Yeah, the first thing you notice, I need to put something else there. People are like, what the hell is that? Do you have... Robbie's bullshitting, but you're literally in a bathtub with pork rinds. If that's your Friday definition, do it. Just don't dip it in the soap, okay? Give to my 7th grade self? Is that a real question, life? What up, Australia? Hello, bloke. What am I up to? Chilling. Gonna take the dogs out soon. Have some lunch. What color are they? Brown. Brown like my hair. Brown. Like, who says that? Oh, look. Donation, $100. Super chat. Wow. See, those people are interesting, too, because it's like, what do you get from that? You're just trying to get people to get excited. What up, Harches? Blow your own horn. Okay. Thanks, Dennis. Wow, another $100 super chat. Raisin rides. Raisins rides. That's hilarious. Rolling with the raisins. Brody's like, rolling with the raisins. Popping raisins back. Have you ever had those, what the fuck is that? Have you ever had, the yogurt covered raisins? I've never been to the Neverlands. I'm in the U.S. Put what down in your notebook? I'm so lost, Dennis. No, it's not a dig at you. She's just saying that some of these people really need to be doing what you're doing as well. Harchas, being out there, like farms too, and being in some dirt. Just being one with nature. It's very clear humans are not doing that. Bicycle race? Does that remind me of Queen? Bicycle. Bicycle. I was like, is that nice of them? I just, like, removed them. You're going to buy a house soon? I think it definitely has helped today. I would even say Farm says same, that it's helped weave out a lot of the stuff, but you can see they try to get creative through the filter. Yes, getting tattooed does not feel like you're being painted with a marker. And depending on what you get, there's more scraping and blood involved. Just shut up, Harches. I cannot. Like, this dude, too. Like, thanks for the timeout. That guy's done, though. Ew. And you literally look like 12. Who says those things? And even if you didn't, it's still disgusting. No, it wasn't the dogs, though, Harches. I'm deleting that. I'm not blaming them for that. This shit was already jacked up long before I got dogs. It's literally because you have to lift it up every time you go out. Like, this is something that needs to be on a recorded message because I'm finding this being something that I have to repeat all the time. But you literally have to lift it up to get out. It's jacked up. It's fine. It's okay. The rest is fine. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Oh, thanks, Farm. Yeah, I appreciate you too, though. I'm still learning along the way. I'm not perfect by far. But I try to stay aligned with my core values and open for subjective change with becoming a better person, because we should always be wanting to become a better person, right? We always have room for improvement. Sick and tired of Zoom. Who was on Zoom? What up, Bama? Howdy, howdy. I set up some block words today, Bama. And it actually helped a lot. I should actually put that one in there, too. Hold on. Let's see. I'm adding. Please imagine me being like this. That's what's happening. Let me think. All right, I'm gonna leave it there for now. I'm gonna make sure to save it. Okay. Wait, what? Bama, that's Jesse. I'm like, wait, what? You eat healthy too, Waking. Wow. Okay, I'm glad you're hidden. Everyone should have food daily. Yes, I hope everyone has food daily. Yeah, I was like, wait, what? Bama, I think you read it wrong. Jesse's just trying his wrench out. he's been good. There has been some shits, but you've come in at a chiller time now, so I don't know how far I am behind in the actual chat, but you've definitely come in a more chiller moment of time. Buying a house, maybe. Donna. Well, good luck with your sister. That can seem like, it's definitely a big purchase. But it can be exciting, new chapters. And good luck. I hope she finds the house of her dreams. Wait, what? I already said earlier, Harches, I was like, don't worry, y'all want to buy me new blinds? I said you could pick any color you want, but then I took it back. But as mentioned, the rest of the blinds are fine. And I know that I will replace them at some point, but I don't know how I'm going to replace that regardless. Even if I got a new set of these, I still would be lifting it up and down, and it will eventually do the same thing. Come on, you gotta be smarter about it, right? Talk to my boss. I'm not your boss. I'm not your boss. Like, how did that, like, those right there, like, how do you even get that message out? That's wild. Gross. Yeah, that's literally weaving out the crackheads. There's no offense taken at all. Like, some of them are, like, sober. This is wild. I'm sure many of them are sober. Clearly, some of them are not. But overall, horrendous. It's definitely weaving them out, though. So that's good. We'll just have to get more creative adding to the block list. A triple attack. It literally was. Wazam! 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 Finish him! No, I'm just kidding. That's hilarious. Bam was like, Jerry was terminated, y'all. He was never even hired. There's some good mods in here now, though, Bama. We had to tweak a little bit. But that's okay. There's definitely good understandings happening here. Like that is like common sense. Like, why are we gonna allow like that to happen in here? You know, or anywhere. Because unless someone specifically told me and I was modding for another channel, they're like, leave that. Then why wouldn't you remove it? You know, it's like wild. And I don't think I would be modding for a channel that was like, leave these things. You know. I mean, maybe if you're playing with algorithm and stuff, but I don't know. I think the trolls are going to unfortunately come no matter what, and I would prefer to still keep hoping and praying that I get good people along the way. Yeah, Bama, are you going to go to the thrift store? All weekend long. That's no fun. I remember you were saying that you're going to have long days ahead of you. Mama, you a lion and a teddy bear. Don't let the lion try to eat the teddy bear. Remember, the teddy bear can be friends with the lion, you know? And I appreciate you, like, always having my back and wanting my best interests and not letting people treat me like shit. That goes a long way here, for sure. But you don't have any said responsibility, said I'm not your boss, like, nobody's telling you what to do. I even let you naturally be you in here, you know? I let everybody naturally be them. But I would hope that everyone's on the same page that we should not be allowing anyone to get bullied that we spend time with, you know? That's a lot for me. So yeah, I'm still a little on edge too, but we're moving forward. I wouldn't even say I'm on edge anymore. We're just moving forward because those entertaining bullshit is what those type of people want to. So, I mean, it's not even worth it. And to get all irritated and letting people stir up the good or stirring up like bad that we don't want inside of us, like we should be focusing and pouring into better things that take us further. What up, Super Mario? Howdy, howdy. I'll take the dogs out, yo. Yeah, but I mean, we settled it though, Bama. Remember? We settled it. It's fine. It is my channel and it is my rules, but overall I think doing a good job. You live and you learn. And I think if we're learning, that is the most important thing. And how to move forward to keep everyone at like peace, really. Even when the trolls come in, like navigating through and finding good laughs out of that instead of like getting worked up, and reminding myself that included, you know? Because I think that the more we focus on that is the more that we see of that, and the more it takes away from our natural calling, you know? And just have fun. I think it's okay to like stand up for your people and like defend them and look out for your people. That is so important for sure. But at the end of the day, we can't control trolls. Like, we can't control what they're doing. We can just control how we navigate through that, you know? Letting things flow through us like a river, not get stuck to us. What is it? The River, I think it's called. By The Magician and somebody else, but really good song. Just made me think of that. Yeah, thanks, Farm. I'm about to go too. I gotta take the dogs out. And I need to eat some lunch. I may return for an afternoon live since we're already in the afternoon. I don't know where I'll be, but we'll see. But shout out to y'all. Y'all the MVPs for holding down the fort, for just realigning and finding ourselves in this life to keep navigating through, you know? So have the best day yourself, everybody. And have fun planting some stuff with the kiddos. Always a pleasure. Yeah, you got an attitude. Hey, I let you be you. I have an attitude too. It's fine. Thought I heard a cat. I was like, what? Kitty? Um, yeah, I think definitely not. And staying focused and knowing what the mission is and the motive is here, you know? You definitely get sidetracked. I don't care what anyone says. Like, if you haven't live before and you haven't like experienced what it's like to deal with some of these issues and stuff, you don't know how to exactly navigate through. Some people are probably maybe naturally better, but I think I do an okay job. Still working. Finding a good recipe and blend, you know? I actually have a compost too. I haven't looked at it in a while, to be honest, so I don't know what's going on with that thing. Are you planting some veggies or some flowers? Great, I'm putting the phone on charge. Joe! What do you know? Joe, where'd you go? You eating some biscuits? Thanks for coming back in, Joe. I'm literally about to take the pups out and get some lunch. Little Joe, what do you know? Joe don't be playing around with people too. She be just hitting the wrench. The longest timeout you've ever seen. No one says that as I am enjoying my lunch.